you? I'm bringing you a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hope this finds you having a wonderful, restful weekend wherever you are around the globe. This is a general reading for the collective, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. Cosmically speaking, we are at the peak of the eclipse season between that full moon in Taurus lunar eclipse and the upcoming Sagittarian new moon solar eclipse. So we're kind of maybe shifting our energy more toward the future. However, if there's any residual energy that you haven't quite made peace with yet, now is the time to do that final releasing. You don't want to carry any of that energy with you into 2022, which is what that new moon in Sagittarius with a solar eclipse will be leading us toward, is 2022. Okay, so all the oracle for the second half of November are from my moon decks. So starting off with Queen of the Moon, Aquarius, you got card number 9, first quarter moon, assessing. And I like the 9s because the 9s are about completion, wrapping up a lesson. So in this case, it's time to assess your current position, right? Before you have your culmination and reset for a new beginning with that new moon in Sagittarius, as you know, check for any blind spots, be honest with yourself and others. This is kind of a check the map moment. Even if you've been on your journey for a while, sometimes it's good to get lay of the land and double check that you're on the path that you want to be on. From Moonology Manifestation, you got your own moon, full moon in Aquarius, and it says be real. And what this is telling you is to find a balance between being real and trying to please all of the people all the time, because it cannot be done. So worry a little bit less, trust a little bit more. Your best opportunities for manifestation, Aquarius, are when the moon is in your sign, and it doesn't have to be a full moon. It can be any moon phase or on a Saturday, because Saturday is Saturn's day. And in Moonology, the Moonology decks only use the planets that are visible to the naked eye, and the original ruler of Saturn, of Aquarius, was Saturn. So that's my little explanation as to why Saturday is a great day of manifestation for you. And finally, from Moonology, the main deck, you got full moon, another full moon in Virgo, that says you are good enough. So this is kind of telling you, and it's an interesting thing because these two moons have a very similar message. And these two full moons have a similar message. What surprises me is you wouldn't normally think that. You think of Aquarians being the leaders, for all of humanity. And then when I double think it, I go, oh, that takes a lot of humility. So this is saying humility is good, but it can go too far. So double check that you're not underrating yourself or selling yourself short here. Find balance between the cosmic and the mundane, right? Because we know there's head in the clouds, and that seems a better message for Aquarius really than it does for Virgo. But right, if you can think of where you're headed on your journey and then sort of strike a balance with your mundane everyday life, that would be the ideal. Don't worry too much. Second message. So 2 messages here about not worrying too much, not getting in the weeds with worry, just kind of releasing, surrendering, but also not being a doormat. Be sure that you that your humility is for the right reasons in the right settings, and that you're not selling yourself short. All good messages. So that assessment card, the assessing, is a really strong message for you. Okay, let's see what's coming through in your connection. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you'll consider joining us by subscribing. Ooh, and for those who have been following for a while or who show up for all the readings, thank you so much. I love drawing off your energy and chatting with you in the comments. I really do love what I do. So I hope you feel that. Okay, let's see what's coming through. Crazy. So when I did the Capricorn reading, the Capricorn card, the devil came out. Now I'm doing Aquarius reading and your card comes out, star. Let's see what's crossing that. Overthinking, right? So this is a little bit of worry, self-doubt, selling yourself short, not knowing your next best step forward. And there may be some healing involved here. You may be in a phase of healing, or it's just that energy of keeping hope alive, right? Just trusting remember I just said the cosmic versus the mundane, trusting that the universe has your back and will grant your wish, but not being sure that you're worthy of it. Eight of Swords, questioning, self-doubt, overthinking a situation. Underneath is the Nine of Wands. I feel like I like this 9 because it feels to me like you are coming to the end of something that's been sort of a long and winding road and a bit exhausting. The Nine of Wands suggests you haven't completely given up, but somewhere in your psyche you know you're at the end of this cycle. What are you bringing into the present that you've already learned in the past? Just putting your head down and kind of focusing in on the details, not getting caught up in all the extraneous stuff, right? The Eight of Pentacles is a put your head down, do the work. And sometimes it's also about coming up with a creative solution to a problem. So I feel like the work part isn't something that's scary to you, Aquarius, at all. You've already kind of accomplished that. And there we go. What's serving you going forward? What's crowning you here? The Ten of Wands, that final offloading of any negative karma, anything that's been a burden to you that you've been carrying around for the past year or two, as we move into 2022. I feel like there's a big release coming. Two of Swords. Crossroads moment, a decision, a choice will have to be made. And it will have something to do with your happiness going forward. This is your message, your guidance from Spirit of the Universe. It's about your happiness. The energy that surrounds you, you may be unaware of, that may be hidden from you, is a Page of Pentacles. There may be something to learn here or a fresh start. You know, taking the first steps forward in a new direction. Yes, endings and new beginnings, Aquarius and Capricorn. This is a Saturn's card. So the world, I kind of feel in your hopes and or fears you're partially ready for the closure. You're ready to close out the cycle and move in a new direction. You just may not realize how quickly that's coming. I mean, once you offload this energy, Wands moves fast, Swords even a little bit faster. The Two of Swords, I think you're gonna make your decision and go. King of Cups. Very interesting. The potential outcome here is all around emotional availability. So we'll see what that has to say in a moment. We have your card. We have Aquarius and Capricorn, and we have some Leo. Leo on the scene. So let's look at the Star and the Eight of Swords. And I kind of feel like you're doing very well for yourself here. You are that Nine of Pentacles, sort of, you know, knowing how to attract into your life that, you know, your creature comforts, the things that make you feel solid and stable and grounded and empowered even in that Nine of Pentacles. But there's something here that you haven't fully integrated yet. And I feel like you're overreaching a bit. You're overreaching with that Eight of Swords, and therefore there's a little bit of a rough edge around integration, and it's taking a toll on you here energetically. The Nine of Swords underneath suggests that on some level, even in your unconscious awareness, you're still trying to work something out. It's causing you some worry. You got two cards here that says, don't worry, just trust. So let's look at the Nine of Wands. In fact, I'm just going to say, I feel if it was just you for yourself, you'd be fine. But there's someone else involved. And that's why there's this energy around integration with that Justice card. Because if it was just you, you wouldn't be so caught up in your head. You'd know what to do and how to move forward. But I feel like because there's someone else in the mix, yes, you're really struggling with this. A double hit of that Nine of Wands. Oof. Sort of at the end of your rope here. You want to take this leap forward, but you're blocking yourself. That heavy Nine of Wands energy with the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, I feel as if on some level there's something you don't want to let go of. So that 9 of Wands, the double 9 of Wands is like I haven't given up yet. There's more that I want. I'm not ready to let it all go. And then the other half of you is like, but it might just be time to leap in a whole new direction. And so I'm getting kind of a mixed message. I feel almost like you are internally, on an internal level, torn between giving this all up and releasing it for good. At that point, the way will be clear. Or are you holding out hope? Are you holding out hope? Star, just hold on a little bit longer. I'm not quite ready to let go. And that's where the difficulty is coming in. That's why we've got the 9 of Swords, the anxiety there, wrestling with something, maybe even during your sleep cycles. For some of you, you may not be sleeping much at all. 8 of Pentacles in the past. Yeah. Working through ego, shadow, a tricky situation. I do feel like you gave it the proper attention though. And then we have 2 pages. So almost as if you come through it with new energy, as if you were just starting a new leg of your journey. So to me, the Page of Wands was inspiration, and the Page of Pentacles, that first step forward in a new direction, which is also sitting here in the energy that's hidden from you. So I feel like you already wrestled with the ego. You already wrestled with the shadow. You already wrestled with something that felt very karmic and kept you in repeating patterns that you weren't happy with. And I feel like you took a step forward in a new direction, or were at least open to it. And now we have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, I'm feeling like you're going to get sort of this, a boost from it. Like you're going to step into your power here. 10 of Wands with the Ace of Swords and the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands sometimes it can be resistance. Sometimes it can be defensiveness. But other times it's like your inner constitution, right? Fire in the belly to step into, to face the challenge head on. In this case, it's the angry townspeople. But, whatever this situation is, you're going to be seeing it more clearly once you decide to kind of unburden yourself. You'll have that epiphany, and then you'll feel that measure. Like you won't have all the instability, insecurity, worry and anxiety and self-doubt. Queen of Pentacles underneath. I feel that's just some self-care, some putting yourself first. It feels a little related to the You Are Good Enough full moon in Virgo energy that came through in your oracle. So that's just how it's coming through at this moment. It could change. 2 of Swords in the near future. What did I just do? I had the deck upside down. That's okay. So, yeah. Really releasing the pain of the past. Really doing that final purge. The Death card here, it's almost like that part of you that was wounded and hurt needs to die off so something new can take its place. We do have new beginnings here. Underneath, this is something that you've sort of endured and suffered with for quite a while. So I'm seeing that 2 of Swords as the assessing card, right? You're going to get to that point, Aquarius, where, you'll need to, what, or get off the pot, because down here is the what, not up here is the get off the part of the program. And I'm just seeing that 2 of Swords is like, you're going to go within and get very, very clear about what you need to release once and for all. This is all in the run-up to the new moon in Sagittarius with the solar eclipse. So you got about another week to kind of work with this energy, because Spirit's saying your happiness is at stake here. Sun, let's see. Feeling safe and protected in your vulnerability. It's a card of success and happiness and joy and bliss. Right? You're getting in your own way. Get out of your own way, says the Sun, says Spirit, right? Because it's responding to this 8 of Swords. We're trying to make things move for you, says the universe. That wheel wants to move forward, but you're clogging it up here, right? Feeling very like a frozen deer in the headlights in the face of conflict. Spirit's trying to bring in this beautiful energy of happiness and feeling safe and protected in your vulnerability. I'm saying that twice for a reason, because I don't think you feel safe and protected. I feel that's why the Eight of Swords is out twice. There's lots of self-doubt. There's lots of tentative apprehension here with that Eight of Swords. I don't know my next best step, so I'm just going to stand still. And what Spirit's telling you is, no, we're trying to bring you forward motion. The time is now to move forward. And I kind of feel like that's where you're going to head. So let's look at the Page of Pentacles. The energy that surrounds you, you may be unaware of, something that may be hidden. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Moving beyond the friend zone. Remember, here was the Page of Pentacles underneath from the past, right? Dealing with the shadow, dealing with any kind of old patterns that kept you stuck in a loop. That Page of Wands was that first strike of the match, a move forward in a new direction, but the Page of Pentacles was underneath. Now you're preparing to step out, to move forward, to be victorious against this emotional detachment. I almost feel as if somebody has kept you in the friend zone here, Aquarius, and you're going to say, yeah, no, I don't want that anymore. I'm making my choice. It is about the connection, because we have the Lover's card, which does often represent a soul bond, a soul connection, someone tied up to you at the level of soul, but there's been emotional distance. And I feel like that's what has had you stuck or overthinking or filled with self-doubt. And always the people pleaser here too. That's not going to be your path going forward. You heard it here. The World, endings and new beginnings. What's with the cards today? Strength. Yeah, getting your mojo back. I really do see final healing underneath, the little bit residual left. This feels like all hope, like you're hoping you can overcome all the drama from the past or anything that has challenged your self-confidence. Here's your confidence, the Queen of Wands coming in, closing out a cycle that has been difficult and challenging, and you may have taken lots of hits to your ego in this situation, in this connection here, Aquarius. And I feel like you're getting the confidence to overcome that and to face the new beginning and what's available to you. And underneath is that final act of healing, the closure that I was telling you about down here. Spirit saying happiness is definitely on deck for you, but you're in your own way and you're creating more chaos than needs to be. Let's look at the King of Cups for the potential outcome. Yeah. I think you're going to be surprised. There's going to be an unexpected communication. Something here is going to come in out of the blue. I'm not seeing a tower moment in a negative way. I feel like this person, the object of your affection, possibly the one you love, just sort of out of the blue rings you up. Just opens a dialogue with you. And underneath is that Three of Pentacles, which to me suggests you will be open to hearing them out. The Three of Pentacles is cooperative, it's co-creative, it's sometimes it's just about being collaborative in the moment, like, participating is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like somebody is coming in out of the blue with communication, and you'll be open to it. You'll be open to hearing them out. Now, does that mean that you get pulled back into the past? No, because you've been there, done that. So that's not what I'm seeing. The minute you sort of unburden yourself and worry less and trust more, I think so many positive things begin to unfold for you. And isn't that always the case? Like the minute you say, okay, I've buried this, it's done, it's gone, I've released it, I've turned it over, I've surrendered it to Spirit of the Universe, the person usually ringy-dingy calls you up. And then you're kind of in a dialogue from a whole different place from your Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Wands energy, fully empowered, in a really good frame of mind, feeling your mojo, feeling almost as if like, ain't nothing gonna get me down. I'm doing fine for myself as I am. So I really like the reading for you, Aquarius. I do see a lot of closure coming for you in the future. If this is resonating for you, there is a link below that will take you to the extended that will be all from the perspective of whoever this King of Cups is for you. It is divine masculine energy, so we'll be looking at how they show up in the reading, how they see the situation, how they feel about you, what their intentions will be going forward, and we'll pull a card from Spirit just to get you some guidance with regard to all the energy that comes out in that reading, and I'll close out with some additional oracle. So just as much a full spread as you have right here. Okay, let me tell you who showed up. Aquarius, you showed up in your reading. We have Libra, a little bit of Virgo in the Nine of Pentacles, Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, I almost missed that, Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius and Capricorn, Leo, and more Aries. So a lot of energy showed up. The link to the extended is below. I look forward to seeing you there. Otherwise, stay well, Aquarius, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.